contest is a singles contest scheduled for one fall.
From Vancouver, British Columbia in Canada, Donovan Payne.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Resurgence 136. Filling in for commentator Devin is commentator Uno, and we are live at the Thompson Bowling Arena in Knoxville, Tennessee, just 24 hours away from Pick Your Poison. And this man will be involved at Pick Your Poison tomorrow night for the World Revolution Championship, either in a submission, a falls count anywhere, or a total destruction match. And this man very well could be, because of your voting, the next World Revolution Champion and become the fifth man to hold both world titles in the RWR. But tonight, he and Matt Matthews' journey taking on former world champions in the company concludes tonight as Donovan Payne is set to go one-on-one with former two-time world heavyweight champion Jake Rogers, who just so happens to hold the tag team golden ticket with his partner Max Silverstein of the Silver Coast. But for Dono, it's an important match, not only because he's facing the man who beat him for the world title last year at the RFTA 3 final, a man that he handpicked to face at the match that ultimately resulted in defeat for Dono. So bit of revenge as well here tonight for Donovan Payne. But again, hoping he doesn't use up too much effort before the big match tomorrow night. Any of those three matches are long and grueling. Especially, Total Destruction, I don't know what that is, but it doesn't sound like it's going to be easy if it gets voted in, let's be real. But don't discount the submission match or the first blood match either, so. Of course, in tonight's main event, a relic of Donovan Payne's past, Justin Sane, will take on the champion Matt Matthews one-on-one. So, both competitors in action 24 hours before they collide at Pick Your Poison. Especially the journey for Dono, because he won that number one contendership tournament last month. So to go all this way, and then he finally gets his shot at the champ. I feel like the pressure's in his court.
Coming to the ring by Max Silverstein from the Bermuda Triangle, he is one half of the holders of the Tag Team Golden Ticket briefcase, Jake Rogers.
In all business tonight, leaving the golden tickets behind are the Silver Coast, and Jake Rogers going to have some help in his corner in the form of Max Silverstein. And for Silverstein, faced Donovan Payne last week in a losing effort despite having Jake in his corner. So a bit of a flip of the card here tonight in this match. Can Jake dial up the number of Donovan Payne once again, just like he did last year? We're about to find out as we kick off Resurgence 136 here in Knoxville. Here we go. Home of the Tennessee Volunteers. And a hell of a show we have for you tonight. Like I said, Pick Your Poison 24 hours away in Nashville. As I mentioned earlier, your main event of the evening, the World Revolution Champion Matt Matthews goes one-on-one with former World Champion and former Revolution Champion Justin Sane, one of those four men that have won both world titles in the RWR, a class Donovan Payne hoping to join tomorrow night in a potential victory against Matt Matthews. as he slides out of the ring a little bit frustrated with his start here. And Jake Rogers gonna head to the outside, and it's a trap all along. But Jake overpowers Dono, and the two battle outside for double damage points opposite the side of Max Silverstein. Not saying he would get involved in this match in any way, but you never know. Considering what he's done in the past, Dono reverse DDT on Jake. Also on tonight's show, Duke Dice one-on-one with Eric Libby, as the big rivalry between the former DSM-5 members, Eric Libby and Owen O'Rourke, against former member Brandon Deaver, who has found unlikely assistance from the gambler Duke Dice. Duke squares off against Eric Libby here tonight. Also, Alice Fateburn one-on-one with Crystal Smith in the women's division. You know, hasn't had too much shine this season, and a win would certainly help do them wonders. Also tonight, HI one-on-one with Eddie Cool in a rematch, I believe from February, former number one contendership match won by HI. So we'll see if he can get the job done against Eddie Cool once again, or if Eddie Cool, who really started out the season as a crazed lunatic after being dropped on his head by Showtime Brooks in Supernova 3, but kind of has been laying low recently, but has Eddie Cool changed? Oh, go to sleep out of nowhere from Dono. Speaking of change, he may have just changed the facial features of Jake Rogers. The quick cover. 1, 2, and oh, Max Silverstein. He had to do it. He had to pull out the referee to save the match for Jake. He was out cold. And an unlikely maneuver from Silverstein, who gets a warning from the referee, pulls him out in the nick of time to keep Jake alive. But how much longer is Jake even going to last in this? Dono really in full control with the enziguri there. No, I'm actually being told we do have one more match in the card. I have yet to mention a triple threat match between Chad Bryant, Ace Violence, and Sam Cage. Those three men representing the Coterie, the Violence family, and the Swords of the Leaf. Your three options for the Tag Team Championship match at Pick Your Poison against the Powers of Pain. An inverse of the match we saw a couple weeks ago where Awesome X picked up the win over Aaron Violence and Jason Carter. But hold on, another pin from Dono. 2, no, Jay kicks out, but at close glance, I don't think it's the red on his bandana, but Jake Rogers busted open, bleeding down his face, and Donovan Payne go to sleep again to Jake Rogers. And the cover far away from Silverstein this time. 2 and 3. You can count to 1,000,000. Donovan Payne, the emphatic victory before Pick Your Poison.
The winner of the match, Donovan Payne.
A hell of a statement win for Dono too. Not just the revenge from last year's RFTA final, but just bell to bell, just foot on the gas. And then Jake Rogers pulled me out of the bathroom, and oh, we're back live, folks. I don't know what that cut was. The Undaunted. I mean, we've seen those for the past few weeks, but still have no idea who the hell that could be. If that's even a person, I don't know. But interestingly enough, I gotta say, I'll throw in my sleuthing. Only being shown after Donovan Payne matches, so whoever that is targeting Donovan Payne as we move on here at Resurgence 136.
following contest is an open challenge. From the Bermuda Triangle, she is the Ocean's Queen, Faith Rogers.
And here comes Faith issuing an open challenge. Here to give someone the spotlight here in the women's division. At the very least, hoping that she doesn't fare as she did, like her husband Jake did in that previous match. But, you know, Jake knew who his opponent was. Faith Rogers does not know who she is facing in this matchup. It could be anyone from the women's division, so no, it is not me, folks. Hate to break the news to you. We'll see who steps up to the challenge, pardon me, coming up next.
Way to the ring, residing in Vancouver, British Columbia, this is Adeline Ward.
Oh, here's a matchup for you. Adeline Ward, former women's champion, former golden ticket holder, was a menace with the belt last season, but ever since then and ever since coming to Resurgence, really hasn't been able to recreate that magic, especially after officially being kicked out and being kicked out by the World Warriors for her actions. I mean, if you remember last year, she used the Legion of Zoom to her advantage to help retain the title, and that really didn't sit well with World Warrior leader Jennifer Jett, who was on Resurgence at the time of Adeline Ward's reign on Retaliation. She ultimately dropped the belt to Azami Sato and has came over to Resurgence and has found herself alone, but answering this open challenge by Faith Rogers could be what she needs to head back in the right direction. So here we go, and interestingly enough, very similar to the previous matchup. Obviously, Faith Rogers, the wife of Jake Rogers, but Adeline Ward from Vancouver, British Columbia, was trained by Donovan Payne. So if anything, you know, the female version perhaps of that previous match, and for Faith, for her sake, you know, probably hoping that it doesn't fare as it did in the last match, as she trips down. Pardon me, trips down Ward there, jerks her off the ropes, and Faith looking good early on in this matchup. But now Ward trying to take the advantage here, gets elbowed off by Faith Rogers, who will be paying very close attention. Not that none of the women in the division will be paying attention to the match, but especially so the women's title match tomorrow night. Haley Shepard, the unlikely new champion, will defend her title against Hope Rogers in a rematch. Pardon me. It will be, as I grab my notes here, I know, very prepared for the show. It will be either a 2 out of 3 falls match, a no DQ match, or a knockouts only match. Those two have had quite a history with each other in the past. If you remember, back at Supernova 2, the two former partners tried to recruit Hope into what is now the Coterie, but Hope rejected. Shepard, she attacked Faith to get noticed by Hope, and Hope won the Phoenix Cup and forewent a championship match to get her hands on Haley Shepard, and she did so successfully. And backstabber out of nowhere from Faith, and the next chapter in that rivalry will be written tomorrow night at Pick Your Poison. Can Hope regain her title and defeat Haley once again, or is this Haley's time? As the Kraken stretch on Ward fails, she fights out and trips up Rogers there. Faith, though, maintaining control of the matchup off the ropes. Drop kick to Ward. Cover. Only a 2 count. And you can't discredit Faith as well, even though she has taken a backseat to watch her daughter rise the ranks in the RWR. Faith, former women's champion, the first ever women's revolution champion, making her the first woman to hold both of those titles, which has now since been matched. But Faith, whatever you call her, is definitely no slouch, even if the years have been catching up to her. But she eliminates Ward from the Rumble and continues to prove why she is a dominant threat here in the RWR. And I'm sure wants to get her name back in the title picture, assuming Hope does not regain the title tomorrow night in her rematch. But if she does, like I said, Faith more than willing to take a back seat for Hope, but hold on a second, she may be taking a back seat for Ward now. The brainbuster on the knee, and now Ward from behind hooks the arm, spinning kill switch. Crawling for the cover, 1, 2, no. Faith barely escapes at 2. Ward hit the spinning kill switch basically out of nowhere. And now clothesline, another clothesline from Adeline Ward. Off the ropes, drop kick lands. Now what's she trying to do here to Faith? Picks her up, another brainbuster on the knee. For Ward, goes for the cover this time around. 1, 2, no. Faith still escapes at 2. Ward kind of beside herself, 2 of her best maneuvers. And Faith able to kick out, but Ward not done. Hooking the arms again, another spinning kill switch lands. Covering Faith again, keeping her body near the ropes. 2. No! Faith kicks out again at 2. What else does Ward need to do to put away Faith? Can she put away Faith? Is Faith with the jawbreaker getting control again, sending Ward in the corner? But Ward fighting off Rogers' flying forearm, sends her to the apron. Ward, knowing she needs to keep her foot on the gas pedal, hard punch sends Faith to the outside, and here we go for the double damage. Win or lose, you got to think a hell of a showing here tonight for Ward, making the most of her opportunity. Maybe hoping this win will open the door for more opportunities for her on Resurgence. Another brainbuster on the knee, the 3rd one in this match. The cover, 1, 2, no. Faith still escaping. But at what cost at this point? Well, that costs maybe a 3rd. Spinning, kill switch, she hooks the arms, turns her, and there it is, 3rd one in the match. Again, hooking the leg, keeping Faith away from the ropes. It's still not enough. Faith still escapes it 2. And Ward slamming her hand on the mat, but immediately heading to the top rope, calling for Faith to get on her feet. Adeline Ward gonna risk it all. Oh, she's caught into the powerbomb by Faith, scouting that. I'm not sure what Ward was looking for there, but she's able to fight out of it regardless. Faith slammed into the corner and just tossed aside like a sack of garbage. Cover again, 1, 2, no. No complaints from Ward this time around, just possibly just keeping Rogers on her toes more than anything. as she continues her attack on Faith, trying to make her bleed, just like Jake did in the previous match. Dual knees there as well. And now hooking the arms, rolling her over into the beads of Steve. You know damn well who taught her that move. Faith nowhere to go. Center of the ring. But she fights out of it. Overpowers Ward. Elbow shots to the dome. And Faith, she's been taking plenty of abuse for the past few minutes. Wait a second. Oh my God, Faith has had enough, folks. She still has some Ghost Pirate in her. Backstabber into the crossface. No, Ward rolls her over the cover. 1, 2, no. Ward almost stole that one. After Faith channeling her inner Ghost Pirate, there's still some there, folks. Sneaking up behind Ward, but Ward putting a quick end to it, trying to turn Faith into an actual ghost. A 4th brainbuster to the knee. And hooks the arms. The 4th twisting kill switch. And again blocking the ropes. 2. And that is enough. Adeline Ward makes the most of her opportunity and picks up the win.
The winner of this match, Adeline Ward.
Hell of a win for Adeline Ward, but was not easy at the very least. Faith Rogers forcing her to give everything she had and then some. But at the end of the day, Adeline Ward answers the open challenge and answers it with the victory. Big win for her. But now coming up next, singles action rematch from February's #1 contendership match. HI, who won that match and got the title shot at Collision Course, squares off against Eddie Cool one-on-one. But which Eddie Cool are we going to see, folks?
The following contest is a singles contest scheduled for one fall. From the Fitzwell Fighting Systems Gym, this is HI.
HI hoping lightning strikes twice here. Picking up another win over Eddie Cool. And hoping he can ascend the ranks of the Revolution title division and get another crack at the champion, whomever that may be. But I'm sure for HI's sake, probably hoping he can get another shot at Matt Matthews and try to beat him this time around. But if he wants that rematch, he has to deal with this rematch with a deranged, unhinged Eddie Cool, who is, you know, I haven't been around him much this season. I'm on Retaliation, but the moments I did, it's certainly not the Eddie Cool of the past. And that match with Showtime Brooks at Supernova 3 has changed him.
From New York City, this is the coolest Eddie Cool.
Well, he still looks like he's a little deranged and unhinged. Eddie Cool, I don't know what it is, but yelling at fans, yelling at himself, yelling at invisible imaginary people. I heard he hasn't been around a lot to try to get some help, to try to recover, but doesn't look like it worked, folks. And this loose cannon of a man, you know, just screaming random shit at the people. You know, get off my lawn, weird stuff like that. And just looking to hurt and fight anyone. Just look at that, just went full blast at HI and risked his whole body just to stagger HI back a little bit. But now Cool in control here. working over HI. If anything, Eddie Cool looks more deranged and unhinged than he did in the past couple of months. Float over neck breaker. Eddie Cool here with a purpose here tonight. And I don't know if the previous loss in February has anything to do with it. But HI, the kick blocked by Eddie Cool. And oh, there's the chop block, drop kick, whatever you want to call it, from HI. And oh, Samoan drop lands. HI finally getting some offense here against Eddie Cool, but Eddie Cool sneaks right behind, back suplex on HI. As Eddie Cool retreats to the outside, referee, I don't know why he was blocking HI, but doesn't matter. He sends Eddie Cool out in a different way. Referee taking liberties there. Not quite sure why. But Eddie Cool has been feeling pretty different this season, and not in the good ways. Another standing dropkick on HI. You know, I heard rumors around the block that Max Silverstein, you know, former protege of Eddie Cool, and Jake Rogers have tried to help Eddie Cool regain some balance of normalcy, but clearly it hasn't helped yet, or clearly he needs a lot more help either way. But obviously the Silver Coast, you know, focusing on the golden ticket, and in the past, oh, package pile driver out of nowhere. Landing HI right in his head. That could be it. One. Oh, no. 1 count. And Eddie Cool beside himself. That may have just made things worse, buddy. Eddie Cool sending HI in the corner. Oh, boy. Throws him the outside. Oh, no. What's he trying to do? No. Sizing him up, basement drop kick. That could have been a whole lot worse for everyone's sake. But it wasn't, and now the referee starts the count as these two fight right in front of me briefly as HI thrown right back in the ring. Eddie Cool wants to keep this in the ring, apparently. Working over the much taller, lankier HI. Now nice arm drag there from Eddie Cool. But HI, he has a little bit of the power advantage, I would say, over Eddie Cool. As he takes control of Eddie Cool and just rams his already injured head into that turnbuckle over and over. Again, may not be a smart strategy, especially in the long run, but hold on, HI grabbing the tights, pulls up, Eddie Cool, a pile driver, lands. So, a receipt on that head bump earlier, and HI the cartwheel and the Pele kick, again in the head of Eddie Cool. Cover 1, 2, Eddie Cool kicks out. But I feel like with the more damage done to Eddie Cool's head, the more deranged and the more he becomes a lunatic, which I don't think helps HI in the long run. Catches the foot of HI, set in the corner, nobody home on the knees. Now Eddie Cool from behind, another back suplex, but making sure that HI lands on his head. And oh boy, Eddie Cool, I'm not sure what he's trying to do here, sizing up HI. Grabs him by the arm, hooks it, Jingle Bell lock. HI trying to crawl to the ropes, and he cannot get there in time. HI taps out to the Jingle Bell lock, and Eddie Cool, your winner here tonight. But is he a winner in the long run after that match?
The winner of the match, Eddie Cool.
You can still see that scar on the head through that designed green hair of Eddie Cool that was once long and flowing, that was cut off to sew up the damage sustained to Supernova 3, but I don't know if he's fully there or not, but regardless, a winner here tonight is Eddie Cole, getting his revenge on HI at the very least. And now coming up next, three-way dance. We saw this match a couple of weeks ago that saw the Coteries Awesome X pick up the sweep. Can Chad Bryant return the favor here tonight? Or will one of the other teams pick up some sort of...
The following contest is a triple threat match. The last person remaining after 2 pinfalls is the winner.
Making his way to the ring from Hell, Michigan, weighing in at 250 pounds, he is the most dangerous wrestler in the world. Representing the Coterie, Chad Bryant.
And thank you for that interruption, ring announcer, because I couldn't think of the word. And that word is momentum. Heading to pick your poison, but again, it is up to you fans on who gets into the match. So a win here may not even matter in the long run. But what is for certain is one of these 3 men will be in action tomorrow night with their partner and may be a liability and a disadvantage in that matchup.
From Asbury Park, New Jersey, the Violent Expert Ace Violence.
Ace Violence took a little bit of a pit stop in March, trying to get that golden ticket. But now back teaming with Aaron Violence. And farmed enough wins to be considered for vote into this matchup. Not too sure if he's won many fans over, considering his actions over the past year with former Agents of Pain members and just the overall attitude he brings here under the influence of his more demented brother, Aaron. But nonetheless, I wouldn't call either of these 3 teams popular, to say the least, especially not the Coterie, but somebody's got to win that vote. But even in winning the vote, you got to take on a Powers of Pain team that has been on a roll. I mean, they defeated the Agents of Pain and Hydra to win the titles at Sky's the Limit, and then last month at Spring Classic, the only Resurgence team, the only Resurgence wrestlers on the Retaliation only show, and they picked up the win in the rematch against the Agents of Pain. And even before winning the titles, they have been on an absolute tear. Can one of these 3 teams stop that tear? Can the element of surprise favor them tomorrow night?
From Canada, he is one half of the Swords of the Leaf. This is Killer Sam Cage.
And this man was a highly touted free agent acquisition last year during the draft by Retaliation, but the Swords of the Leaf sidelined due to an injury, and the team returning but under the Retaliation banner. And as I said, which one of these teams will challenge the Powers of Pain for the tag team titles? Will it be the Coterie, the Violence Family, or Swords of the Leaf? It is up to you, and we will find out tomorrow night at Pick Your Poison. But Cage made his RWR debut earlier this month in tag team action over the Silver Coast to qualify for the votes. Now making his singles debut here tonight. Certainly the most unknown of the 6 in terms of RWR resume. Certainly a mainstay in WWO and other places. But can But can he make his mark here in the RWR in this match? Here we go. Triple threat. Very WWO-esque flair in this matchup. All three of these men, former members of the brand. Quick cover from Ace Violence on Chad Bryan, only 1 count. And I might be wrong. I mean, I'm sure commentator Devin knows hell of a lot more than I do, considering he ran the damn company. But I know Chad Bryan and Ace Violence, former world champions there. I don't think Sam Cage was, but I know he won some stuff, you know, Intercontinental Championship and probably some other titles, but here in this match, it is all about momentum for your team heading into Pick Your Poison, whether you get voted in or not. Oh, Uranagi from Ace Violence on Chad Bryan, sending him to the outside, leaving Sam Cage and Ace Violence alone in the ring. Cage trying to suplex Violence, no chance there, and then the float over DDT instead. So again, pardon me, but nice slam there from Bryan. Pardon me, you know, a lot of these guys, I'm calling their match, you know, for the first time, or at least in a very long time. I mean, obviously the first time for Sam Cage and a very long time for the other two. As, you know, I did pick Sam Cage for the draft, but obviously he came here to Resurgence due to circumstances beyond his control. 1 count there. While obviously the Coterie have been here for quite some time, and Ace Violence, you know, has been here for at least since last year when he defeated Keith Moniz in that Loser Leaves Town match and saw the Agents of Pain come over to Retaliation ever since. But this is my first Resurgence call since Resurgence 100, and then the 36 episodes since then. A lot has changed, but really a lot has stayed the same as well. But I do watch the show, so I am trying to do my best here, just like all three of these men are trying to do their best here to not only win this match, but to not exert as much, you know, effort and damage there, like that German suplex to Ace Violence as he retreats to the outside. As much damage as one of them will be competing in 24 hours against those mastodons, the Powers of Pain. Or at the very least, the partner of the winning team is going to have to do a lot of the heavy lifting tomorrow night. 2 count on Cage from Chad Bryan. So that leaves, you know, Awesome X, that leaves Aaron Violence, that leaves Jason Carter that maybe have to do a lot of the heavy lifting tomorrow night. And with it being Resurgence match, it will be under Resurgence rules, regular tag. As there's a MDK there from Bryant. The cover on Violence, 1, 2, no. And Chad Bryan taking control of this match, much like his partner Awesome X did a couple of weeks ago. But can he bring it home? Cage certainly trying to prevent him from doing so, but Bryan has other plans there. Ace Violence certainly trying to do so. Pump kick does connect. Bryant retreats to the outside. The cover on Cage. 2. No. Only a 2 count still. Ace Violence. Nice sit out powerbomb there on Cage. Again, just trying to do as much as possible while the third wheel is on the outside. Nice back suplex there, but as Ace Violence starts to get up, there's Chad Bryan, kick to the back. And now sizing up Ace. Could this spell the end for Ace here tonight? Chad Bryan picking him up. Oh, MDK to the face. His bald head busted open. The cover, 1, 2, no. Ace Violence kicks out at 2. But blood streaming down his face. I talked about potential liabilities tomorrow if the Violence family were to win that vote. There is the weak spot that the Powers of Pain can target. Was Cage running spear on Bryant, but Ace catching Cage, float over cover, only a 2 count. Nobody going for Chad Bryant may be an ultimate mistake here by both of these men. As Bryant, down for quite some time, finally staggering up to his feet again. And Cage retreats to the outside. Here comes Ace Violence backstabber on Bryant, the cover. 1, 2, no. Still a 2, but Ace, blood streaming down his face or not, he does not give a damn. But neither does Chad Bryant, trying to break Ace's arm. Grabs him from behind. Oh, looking for that German, but Ace blocking it. Now clothesline, another clothesline. Ducks Bryant, and a jumping clothesline lands, and now shifts his focus over to Cage, who kicks him in the tummy. Sam Cage impaler DDT, sending Violence to the outside. Cage shifts his focus on Bryant now, going for the cover to keep him on his toes, and only gets a 1 out of it. Now Cage is kicking Bryant. He's staring down Ace, but now he's deciding to go after Bryant, sizing him up from behind. No, Bryant reverses. And now grabbing Cage, another German, but he keeps the waist control. Keeps controlled. Another suplex there. And looking for the third one. Ace Violence breaking it up. Chad Bryant crumbles to the ground. Cage catches wind of what Ace is trying to do into the backbreaker. But Ace right back, kicking Cage in the face. Getting behind Chad and giving him a taste of his own medicine with the German. But here comes Cage, neckbreaker. Just boom, 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 hit after hit after hit with these 3 men. What a hell of a triple threat match here. Is there even going to be anything left of any of these guys come tomorrow? Bryant and Cage back and forth. Cage no one home, big clothesline from Bryant, the cover. 1, 2, no. Cage kicking out at 2. Violence back to his feet now. Oh God, that shot to Bryant, who slips behind, and anybody, including a man that doesn't wear shoes, can do a Russian leg sweep as he sizes up Ace Violence, pardon me. Picking him up. Oh, MDK connects. The cover. 1, 2, and Ace Violence is gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ace Violence has been eliminated.
So Ace, first one out of this match. Oh, kill switch out of nowhere from Cage on Bryant, the cover. 1, 2, and he got him. Sam Cage wins his singles debut in the RWR, catching Chad Bryant by surprise.
The winner of the match, Sam Cage.
Hell of a win for him, picking up the win, regardless of what happens tomorrow night. A big statement win for him. But like I said, it's up to you guys tomorrow night. One of those 3 teams will face the Powers of Pain for the World Tag Team Championships at Pick Your Poison. But we have to wait until then to find out just who that is. But now coming up next, is more women's action. If my notes serve me correctly, yes, they do. Alice Fairburn about to go one-on-one with Crystal Smith. She's going to have Chris Smith in her corner. And that match is next.
The following contest is a singles contest scheduled for 1 fall. From the dark side of Wonderland, this is Alice Fairburn
And certainly not the Season 4 that Alice Fairburn has been looking for ever since she beat Bella Angel at Supernova 3 in their long-standing rivalry. But Alice can certainly turn the corner here tonight on her season with the win over the newcomer Crystal Smith. Help in her corner or not. And we'll see what Fairburn has up her sleeve here tonight.
Coming to the ring by Chris Smith from Manchester, England. She is the Ice Queen, Crystal Smith.
And the I almost said ice cream. I'm losing my mind here. The Ice Queen. Kind of a up and down status in the RWR thus far. Picked up a win over Ray Nightingale in March, defeated by Amanda Spade in April. And this is her first match since then, so a little bit of a layoff for Crystal Smith here, as she spent the last couple of matches in the corner of Chris. But now the roles reversed here. As here we go, Alice Fairburn and Crystal Smith, let's go. And pardon me for not knowing too much about the Smiths. I know, again, that's commentator Devin's wheelhouse, no matter how he feels about them. But I can really only go off of what I've seen so far. And like I said, up and down for Crystal. So far, a 1-1 on the year. Meanwhile, Alice Fairburn, anybody, including a woman from Wonderland, can do a Russian leg sweep. As far as Fairburn goes, like I said, she picked up that big win at Supernova 3 over Bella Angel, ending that long-standing rivalry. And after their breakup, Fairburn, defeated by Zoe Dasani in January, defeated by Amanda Spade in March, defeated by Apathy in April. So the appearances have been sparingly for Alice, but so far 0 for her. But again, taking on a fresh new opponent in Crystal Smith could be beneficial, but also could be detrimental to Alice Fairburn if she were to try to come out on top here. As mini attitude adjustment from Fairburn. It's two women going back and forth there right in front of Chris Smith. Again, I don't know if he'll get involved in this one or not. Oh, kick to the face there. But then again, I said that about Max Silverstein earlier tonight, and we saw him yank the referee out of the ring to try to save the match for Jake. So never say never with these managers. As Alice and Crystal back and forth. Crystal sent into the corner again. And Fairburn, nice knee to the gut. And now what's she looking to do? Just the running knees into the corner. Alice not trying to work by the hour here, sizing up Crystal, picks her up. And into the slam there, the cover 1-2, no. Pardon me, I forgot the name of her finisher. I know it's Alice in Wonderland related. Through the looking glass, there we go, I remember. See, I'm smart, I remember things. But Crystal fighting back here on Alice, just slamming her down. Fairburn now in trouble, being stomped away by Crystal Smith. As Smith goes for the cover, only a 1 count. And oh, nice Hurricanrana there from Crystal, sending Alice down. And after that backbreaker, Crystal sizing up Alice here. The shot blocked. And Alice surviving briefly, blocking Crystal again. And, oh, tries to dump her out of the ring, but running off the ropes. Oh, God, big spear to the outside. Alice risking it all in this crowd here in Knoxville, lighting up. As Chris Smith had to get out of harm's way there, Alice risking it all with the big spear to the outside through the ropes. But it seems to have unfazed Crystal as she works over Alice's arm, kick to the back. And just wrenching on the head of Fateburn. Oh, you wanted to wake up, there you go, but Crystal, the cover regardless, only a 1 count. Alice, though, that spear may have done more damage to her than good. Oh, there's a spear of her own from Crystal to Alice, but not quite the big high-risk one that Alice did, but regardless, the spear connects nonetheless. Now clothesline there from Smith. Alice sent into the corner. Now perching her up on Brett's turnbuckle. Grabbing her. What's she looking to do? Backbreaker. How about that? Dragging her from the corner. Crystal, another drop kick to the back. Alice in trouble here. The cover. Oh, only a 1 count. The disrespect from Fateburn may have exerted all of her energy to kick out of that, though, because Crystal right back to her feet. Alice staggering in the electric chair position. Oh, God, the strength. Oh, okay. Holding on to the driver, and it is enough. The Ice Queen, Crystal Smith, picks up the win in impressive fashion.
The winner of the match, Crystal Smith.
She survived that high-risk spear through the ropes that may have done more harm than good to Alice, and Crystal takes advantage with that electric chair driver. And Crystal Smith the winner here tonight. And for Alice, still reeling. But Crystal, not bad, and really my first exposure seeing her live. Very impressive win. But now we move on to our semi-main event of the evening. Duke Dice. He came to the aid of Eric Libby. No, he did not come to the aid of Eric Libby. He came to the aid of Brandon Deaver when Eric Libby and Owen O'Rourke kicked Deaver out of the DSM-5. But while Deaver and O'Rourke face tomorrow night.
The following contest is a singles contest scheduled for one fall.
From Las Vegas, Nevada, the Devil Dealer, Duke Dice.
As O'Rourke and Deaver face off tomorrow night, the other halves of the equation, Duke and Eric Libby, will take on each other here tonight. And Duke making it rain as he does, the former World Revolution champion in his own right. We'll square off with the two-time tag team champion in our semi-main event. In a match I'm sure O'Rourke and Deaver are paying very close attention to.
representing DSM-5, this is Eric Libby.
Oh, there we go. That pyro out of the way. Eric Libby, the crazy and wild brother of the former Sean Libby, now Owen O'Rourke. But Eric keeping the Libby name alive here. And in doing so, probably the toughest singles test of his career, taking on the former world champion in Duke Dice. But tomorrow night, Owen O'Rourke, Brandon Deaver, what will they square off in? An Irish street fight, a Taco Bell street fight, or a hot box street fight? Is there a difference? Probably not. But one of these selections will be chosen no matter what, as these two square off in just a normal singles match here tonight. But you know, maybe we'll see these two in one of those matches in the future. I don't know. But takedown there from Eric Libby, working over Duke's arm. Of course, Duke and Libby almost got acquainted to each other in the tag team ranks. Duke, former partner of Anthony Mancini, who has been out for quite some time in the totally legitimate business, and nearly came across the path of the Blaze Runners of Eric Libby and his former partner Brandon Deaver. As Duke, no, Hurricanrana from Libby instead. Nice counter. Of course, it was the DSM-5 that kicked Deaver out of the group. You remember back in February, O'Rourke and Apathy married in real life. Again, my sincere congratulations to them, as I've never honestly had a chance to say that. So now that I do, congratulations to you two. But in doing so, cover there, only a one on Duke. Their attitudes really changed, and for the worse. And you know, they say that Deaver was too high or too careless to not show up at the wedding. Deaver has his own side of the story. I'm not going to take sides, but whatever the case, DSM-5 deemed it well enough to kick Deaver from the group and really change their ideology and how they act to everyone. I mean, these guys were heroes to everyone in Retaliation last year when they took on Hydra in that big rivalry. And oh, Duke hit the deal. Nobody kicks out of the deal. Cover him, Duke. And he doesn't. Nobody ever listens to me. Nobody kicks out of the deal. You get a free win out of it. But like I said, the DSM-5, really, like I said, heroes of Retaliation. It was O'Rourke and Libby and Deaver and Shaw that defeated Hydra back at Supernova 3. And, hold on, Duke on Brett's rope. Oh, God, the sidewalk slam on the top turnbuckle. Devastating move there. And now Duke, deal breaker, lands on Libby, trying to crush that back. Like I said, the DSM-5 have changed their attitudes, and I don't think particularly for the better, but Duke maybe knocking some sense in Eric Libby. Royal flush lands the cover. 2-0. Eric kicks out at 2. I think he may have been under the ropes regardless, but still able to kick out. Big sledge there from Duke, sending Libby to the apron at least, who staggers to his feet, and stiff right hand sends him to the outside, where they'll be trying to rack up some double damage points. Duke, the stiff shot. Eric trying to retreat, but he gets caught by Duke in the electric chair position. And oh God, facebuster to the outside. Duke again picking up Libby and then sends him inside. After the damage has been done, Duke Dice now picking up Libby. And he's going to send him outside again. All right. Duke fired up. Oh no. Duke, what are you doing? Get down, Duke. No. risking it all as Duke Dice on the top rope, flying clothesline, no one home. Libby sidesteps him and uses that to go to the inside to recover. But Duke able to get right back into the ring, not doing as much damage as Libby thought it would, into another backbreaker. And now Duke picks him up. Oh, he hit the deal again. Nobody kicks out of the deal, especially twice. But he didn't cover him. Duke, though, not done hooking the arms. Oh, into that butterfly backbreaker. Dice in full control of this matchup, picking Eric up on the shoulders. Into the Samoan drop at the center of the ring. The cover. 1, 2, and that is enough. Duke Dice, the dominant victory here over Eric Libby.
The winner of the match is Duke Dice.
And Duke picking up the big win here over Eric Libby. He's pulling out that money from his tights. He's got sweat and, ball sweat on it. That's kind of gross, but what's Duke trying to do here? Oh, you sick son of a bitch. He shoved the dollar into the mouth of Eric Libby. I guess a tip for his troubles. But Duke rebounds from his previous loss against Owen O'Rourke and defeats his brother Eric here tonight. As we head into our main event of the evening, we thank you for watching tonight's show, and we hope you can join us tomorrow night for Pick Your Poison, especially since you guys voted for the matchup. So, the least you could do is watch the results and see how it unfolds and how you dictated and shaped tomorrow night's pay-per-view. But here we go. The World Revolution Champion Matt Matthews takes on former World Champion, former World Revolution Champion Justin Sane, as Matthews and Dono Payne conclude their tour of former champions. Coming up next.
This is how it's gonna be. This is what you think of me. It's going down like I told you. This is how it's gonna be. I'll be the last man standing here. I'm not going anywhere. It's going down like I told you. I'll be the last man standing here. I'm gonna rock.
The following contest is a singles contest scheduled for one fall. Weighing 225 pounds from London, England, he is the king of the wing. He is your wife's favorite wrestler, and it is the RWR World Revolution Champion, Marvelous Matt Matthews.
This could very well be the last time we see Matthews enter Resurgence as World Revolution Champion. It depends on your vote. But if after what I saw Donovan Payne do tonight, it will be Matt Matthews' toughest task tomorrow night at Pick Your Poison. He has had one hell of a reign ever since rising the ranks and winning the title from Guild Thunderstrike and Supernova 3. And despite the brief roadblock at Sky's the Limit against Andre Baker that he won back last month, it has been a mostly dominant reign for Matthews. But how will he fare against someone the likes of Donovan Payne? Well, here's someone definitely on the same level as Donovan Payne. We'll see how he fares.
From Toronto, Ontario, Canada, this is the always lazy Justin Sane.
And this man's certainly on the level of Donovan Payne, but unlike Dono, Sane does like to take matches off and does like to be lazy at times, and especially in a match like tonight that really only benefits Matthews. How serious will Justin Sane be in this match? A man that has spent the season trying to win the United States Championship. He could very well do that tomorrow night as well. He is in the voting for the United States Championship. He's been 0-for against Jimmy Kane thus far, the surprise dominant champion of America. But can he win the fan vote to get into that match, to get one more crack at being the first man to win an RWR Grand Slam? But he faces Gordon Ganea and Jay Era in that vote. And like I said, it's up to you guys who Jimmy Kane faces tomorrow night for the United States Championship. And here we go, our main events of the evening underway. Sane right off the bat for the big boot, no one home. And tries to send Matthews to the outside. And also tomorrow night on the Resurgence side, do not forget other matches that have not been touched upon tonight. Apathy taking on Marianne Jane. Same stipulations as the O'Rourke Deaver match. Irish Street Fight, Taco Bell Street Fight, or Hot Box Street Fight. Also, Linton My taking on Linton My Ass. Either a hair versus hair, a bag versus bag, or a loser leaves town match in that wild matchup there. Apparently there's two Lintons now. And the other Resurgence match not touched upon today. Chris Jones and Brian Fuller will take on Norns in either Thorin Jordan, Balder McFife, or nobody. It'll be a handicap match. Those matches representing Resurgence tomorrow night at Pick Your Poison in Nashville, Tennessee. But now shifting our focus to tonight's main event of Retaliation number 136 here in Knoxville on the University of Tennessee campus, as Sane working over the Revolution champion here. You got to think, if Sane were to defeat the champion here tonight, obviously his quest is the United States champion and trying to win that Grand Slam, but Sane, I'm sure he won't be too opposed with, a world title shot if Matthews were to retain and Sane were to win here tonight. Sure, he'll gladly put another one in the bank. Oh God, headlock driver though may put a quick end to those plans as Matthews sizing up. Sane taking a page out of his own playbook, not trying to work by the hour. Angel's Wings lands. The cover, 1, 2. Sane kicks out, but barely. Justin Sane, nothing too sweet about that last sequence for him. As Sane's trying to fight back body drop to the Revolution champion. Sane now, oh wait, KFX out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Very lazy on the release though, finally going for the cover. It may cost him, yes it does, a 2 count. Sane can't believe it, but he wasted valuable seconds to cover him. But Sane not done. Looks like he has another trick up his sleeve. Sizing up Matthews, the kick. Hooks the arm. Purple Crush. Powerbomb lands. Quicker cover this time. 1, 2. Matthews still escapes it too. And Sane, it may look like he's starting to try just a little bit. The claw on the shoulder of the champion. You know that Donovan Payne, despite his differences with his former best friend Justin Sane, enjoying what he is seeing right now, the damage and punishment inflicted by Big Lazy on the Revolution champion. As like I said, 24 hours from now, Donovan Payne and Marvelous Matt Matthews square off for the World Revolution title. In a match stipulation you fans voted for. Now the camel clutch from Sane. No, gets tripped up. Matthews, though, blocked again. Shoot, headbutt from Sane. Oh, and the big boot. This match has been all just insane thus far, much to the detriment of the champion. Another KFX lands in the center of the ring. The lazy cover, though, 1, 2, and it cost him. Kick out of 2 of the lazy cover. But Sane keeping his foot on the gas pedal, kick to the tummy again. Much to the delight, I'm sure, to the challenger, Donovan Payne. As Sane, sizing him up once again, hooks the arm. Purple Crush powerbomb lands. And Sane going for the cover. Can he score the win over the champion here? 1, 2, not yet. Kick out at 2 from Matt Matthews. Now Sane, he hit the Purple Crush twice, he hit the KFX twice. What else can he do to the champion? He puts him in a straitjacket choke, wrenching on the arms, wrenching on the back of the Revolution champion. Matthews struggling, in trouble. Sane finally breaks the hold, but again in the camel clutch in the center of the ring. Referee standing right in front of the hard cam. There you go. As Matthews breaks the hold and slips through, tripping up Sane in the process. Maybe the opening the champion needs. Float over into the Northern Lights. He flips over, keeping shoulder control into the spinning suplex. Nice move there from the champion to change reversal. There is a takedown, another takedown. Sling blade lands. The champion rolling now. Picks up Sane and just gets overpowered. And there's the 2 sweet. Matthews right back up. Sane didn't see it coming. Oh my God, Matthews just dumping Sane out of the ring. The strength of the champion to a man the size of Justin Sane. But Sane breaks free, heads right back in the ring, wants no part of that outside damage unless he's in control. Clothesline from Sane, another clothesline. Ducks Matthews off the ropes, and a jumping clothesline flattens the champ. And oh, Sane's not done. Here we go, taking the turnbuckle off there. Looking to inflict major damage to the champion. Hits a KFX instead. May have been a swerve to everyone. No, he picks him up though, not going for the pin. Oh, I think he's looking for the Purple Crush, but finally scouted by Matthews, fighting him off. On the shoulders, Matthews. Oh, the Ushigoroshi out of nowhere. Back of the head to the knee. Really man-bunned a knee more than anything. Elbow drop and a kip up from the champion. The cover on Sane. 1, 2, no. Sane fights out of it. But Matthews sizing up Sane. What's he looking to do here? Kick. Grabs the arms. And Angel's Wings, center of the ring. Is that gonna do it? 1, 2. Yes, it is. The champion. It was a fight, but he survives. Justin Sane before Pick Your Poison.
The winner of this match, Marvelous Matt Matthews.
Not quite the dominant win that Donovan Payne had earlier tonight, but Matthews had to fight for it. But Matthews survives Sane and is ready to take on Donovan Payne at Pick Your Poison. Hit him with your best shot, he says. Well, we'll see what the best shot the fans have for him and Dono tomorrow night. I'm commentator Uno, and we'll see you for Pick Your Poison.